Hello, fight fan. George Hansen. I'm here at the Coulture Center, where tomorrow night we're going to have the Urban League of Philadelphia Night of the Fights, an exciting night of 5 professional fights featuring Tevin the American Idol Farmer and 4 celebrity boxing matches featuring Bobby the Enterprise Keys, chairman of the board of the Urban League, versus my man, Shumpert I Rise Caldwell, who will be in the house. I'm here with Pat Coulture, president of the Philadelphia Urban League. Pat, how you doing?
I'm doing great, George.
Talk to me about Night of the Fights and why you're so excited about this event tomorrow night.
I'm excited about Night of the Fights because it represents what the Urban League is all about in this year, in this 100th year, and that is fighting for Philly's kids and families.
Okay.
It's what we've been doing for the last 100 years in this city, and we will, the way things look, be doing it for another 100 years.
Okay.
Because the Urban League's mission is empowerment of people of color, specifically started in 1917 as empowerment of African Americans. It is about jobs, housing, youth education, entrepreneurship, coaching and assistance, and whatever we kind of need as a community to be able to advance our community economically.
Okay.
So that's the goal of the Urban League nationally and locally. We are here ready to celebrate 100 years this year.
Okay. One of the things that you thought was very important is to celebrate the living legends, the Philadelphia world champions who are still alive, and you're going to give them the Urban League Centennial Medal tomorrow. Why was that important to you?
That was important to me because as we go through this celebration, one of the things that we're doing is taking a look at how African Americans have impacted the city of Philadelphia, and we have a report that we're going to put out probably by the end of next year that is the state of Black Philadelphia for 100 years. We have done this report periodically over the last 100 years, but this coming year it will be dedicated to a centennial. So we wanted to uplift the whole profession of boxing and to maybe, I'm not sure if I want to say educate, or maybe it's more inform, enlighten people who, I will be very candid, like me, who knew very little about the sport. And so when I started learning about the sport, learning about its effect and impact in Philadelphia, I'm like, how many people like me are walking around Philadelphia and don't know this story? So you, as a person that I've known for many, many years, and
since high school,
and yes, since high school, and when we were first introduced, you were a person who introduced boxing at that time, and I said to myself, why is he doing that? Why is he doing that? He's an accountant, he's a smart man, he's this, he's that, and you have gone on to excel and to succeed in all of those other areas. But what I love about you is how you stay close to your avocation of boxing. And so that to me says there's something in this that's a little deeper than men and women just hitting each other in the ring. So I think honoring these legends gives us an opportunity to reflect on what they have done, what this means to their families, how the sport continues to teach discipline and a good healthy habits, to children. So we want to uplift boxing in a different way, as opposed to people thinking it's violence, it's this, it's that. We want to say, hey, wait, there's a bigger picture here that we want to see. So the legends, in my view, stand for that, and we want to make sure that the public is aware and that we just give them a little token of appreciation.
And the Urban League is not just merely involved promoting a boxing show. The chairman of the board, Bobby, the Enterprise Keys, has been training for 3 years.
Enterprise Keys.
And he's fighting tomorrow night.
Isn't it
a little bit risky putting your board chairman in the ring to compete in an amateur bout?
I guess some would think that, but this is Bobby the Enterprise Keys we're talking about.
His style is impetuous. His defense is impregnable.
Yes. This is Bobby the Enterprise Keys. And I will say that Bobby Keys has exhibited so much that I guess I've learned from him over the last 6 months.
Right.
His passion for this sport, his ability to embrace people and bring them into this sport, and his way of kind of keeping the peace and making sure we're all working together has been just remarkable to me. So as someone who is my boss, as the chair of the board, I don't think I've ever in my lifetime worked with a person who was more passionate about the organization that they are leading than he is. So Bobby is a person who leads by example. He leads with his pocketbook sometimes as well, because the Urban League needs funding and we need dollars in our coffers to execute all these programs. And we know that Bobby's got our back in a way that he is going to make sure we don't fail. And so that to me is just a gift, that I think the Urban League of Philadelphia has, and we appreciate him so much. Now, he is probably going to really hurt Trumpet tomorrow night, but I like Trumpet. Really, I do. I really do. But you all have not seen Bobby when he's into something. I mean, he's into something. So last year he fought. He had the foot. He had
Right,
had
I saw that.
He had all this stuff going on last year. This year, hey, he ready to go. Ready to go. And I love Trumpet too.
Oh boy.
Because Schrumpert understands community. I gotta love Schrumpert. He understands community. He understands the work in the community at a level that is, like ground level. Like, how do we get people from A to Z, right? How do we uplift people? How do we advance? How do we get things done? And he's someone that understands that through his day-to-day work in the mayor's office, through the RISE program, the reentry program. I mean, he understands that. And so, like I said, I love Trumpet too, but tomorrow night, I really think, I know you've been doing a good job.
It's going to be, I see our director telling me to wrap up here, Christoni, but it's going to be the brawl for it all. And
I like that.
It's going to be the thriller in Philly.
Yeah, okay.
Shumpert, I Rise, Caldwell, Bobby the Enterprise Keys. I think Shumpert's going to be the Klingon that takes the Enterprise out. I have to use my Star Trek analogy. Shumpert's going to be the Klingon that takes out the Enterprise. But in all seriousness, Pat, I just want to say this is great that you're doing this. Bobby asked earlier, do you have a fight name? And I honestly have to say, if you had a fight name, it would be Pat K.O. Coulter. Because everything you do is a knockout, and I can say this on camera, you're one of the greatest human beings I've ever met in my life. I wouldn't be here without you. So that's it. I mean, and I'm so happy to be here with you, and I know a lot of people are going to watch. There are about 5,000, and people should know this. Pat Coulter is head of the Urban League, but she ran an organization called Inroads. There are about 5,000 of us in the corporate world who got our opportunity because of Pat Coulter. She came out of retirement for the Urban League again, like Muhammad Ali. So if I had to give her a fight name, it's Pat K.O. Coulter. She's knocking them out. But come tomorrow, people, it's going to be Bobby the Enterprise Keys, Shumpert Caldwell. The main event, we have my man Tevin, the American Idol, Farmer, the greatest junior lightweight on the planet, Kristen the Iceman Cardo, knockout artist. I've known him for a long time. We have Samuel Tsunami Tia, 9-1. He's incredible. Dave 1-2 Murray, light heavyweight with nitro in both hands. And finally, we have 17-year-old Brandon Pizarro. I mean, the man is a young Roberto Duran. So see you tomorrow night, Learcore Center, 6:30, Temple's campus, the Urban League, Night of the Fights. See you there. Thank you for watching Boxing 396.